Hi folks, welcome to Cambridge Tutorials, spoken English class plus communication skills we provide. Now today we are going to talk about conversation formal in English. What do you mean by conversation formal? Conversation formal in English. What do you mean by conversation formal? Conversation formal means conversation official. We can have this conversation in offices, in interviews, in formal functions. For example, suppose you're going for an interview and you have to have their conversation formal. So at the time, you're going to use such conversation over there. Suppose you're meeting someone at the airport and the person is unknown for you and you're meeting him first time, at the time you can have this conversation. Or suppose you're going to any offices and you're meeting someone and at that time you can have this conversation. Let's start it. For example, conversation formal, when we are meeting someone, so first of all, we are going to wish the person. For example, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If there is a man, we can say, good morning, sir. If there is a woman, we can say, good morning, madam. Don't say ma'am, because saying ma'am is absolutely informal. Why? Because we can call ma'am to our wife, sister, mother, wife, and some other person whom we know well. Getting it? Next one. While first of all, you're going to wish the person like good morning, sir, good morning, madam, or according to the time. Next, you're going to introduce, the person will be replying you with the greetings. Next, you're going to ask the person, what's your name, right? No, this is not the correct way. You're going to first introduce yourself. You're going to introduce yourself first, then you're going to ask the person the name. How are you going to introduce yourself? Just in one line. For example, your name and your profession. For example, I'm David Watson, I'm a student. Then you can ask the person, what's your name? What's your name? So the person will be replying with his name. That's I'm so-and-so. All right. So for example, I'm David Watson, I'm a student. What's your name? I'm Michael Smith. So first name and the last name the person will be replying with. Next, you can say, nice to meet you. So for example, if you're meeting someone, so at the time you can say nice to meet you. आप किसी को मिलने के बाद में बोल सकते हैं कि मुझे आपसे मिलकर अच्छा लगा. So that's what, nice to meet you. Or we can say in some other words, for example, I'm glad to meet you. It's excited to be with you. But this is not for the first time. For first time, you can say just directly there, nice to meet you. Or the person will be replying with that, nice to meet you too. Next one, now you can ask the person about his health. For example, how are you? The person will be replying that I'm fine, and we'll be asking you to, how about you? All right, I'm fine, and you, or we can say, how about you? Both are correct. Instead of saying this one, we can say in some other words. For example, I'm in the bed of roses, I'm in the pink, I'm rocking. But this rocking is what a kind of informal dialogue. All right, so you can say there, I'm fine, and you. This is the very simple, and the person will be replying with his health too. That's what, I'm fine too. Next one, we can talk about the person's locality. For example, where are you from? हम उसको पूछ सकते हैं आप कहाँ से? So that's what, where are you from? And the person will be replying with his locality. That's what, country and the city. I'm Indian, I'm from Pune. I'm Indian, I'm from Pune. Country and city will be there. Only two things. Next one. Now, while we can ask the person about his age, for example, how old are you? Or we can say there, what's your age? Both are correct. So that's what, how old are you? Generally, people don't ask this question formally, but still you can just, to extend the conversation, you can ask this question, how old are you? Or what's your age? Next one, the person will be replying with his age. That's what, I'm 16, I'm 20, I'm 25, I'm 40, whatever. Because in ancient time, we used to say, means in long time ago, before we used to say, I'm 20 years old, I'm 16 years old. Now the time has changed and English is being improving and in English has been changing too. So at the time we can say there, I'm 16, I'm 20, I'm 25 years old. नहीं बोल सकते. Why? Old मतलब यानी पुराना. हम पुराने हैं क्या? नहीं, हम तो नहीं हुए. So that's what means just saying. For that we can say I'm 16, I'm 20, I'm 25, etc. Next one, the person can ask you about your job. What do you do? What's your profession? What's your job? What do you do? What's your business? You can ask a person in different ways. So this is what do you do? मतलब यानी आपका काम क्या है? What do you do? What's your job? What's your profession? What's your business? You can ask in any perspective. So the person will answer you with his job. Now, for example, as you are learning, so you can say there, I'm a student, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a teacher, I'm an inspector, I'm an engineer, etc. Next one, the person you can ask, what's your favorite sport? This is a normal casual question you can ask there. What's your favorite sport? So the person will be replying just in one word. He can say that football, cricket, bungee jumping, rock climbing, squash, pool, billiards, etc. So this is what's your favorite sport? You can ask the person about his favorite sport. Next one, what's your hobby? What's your interest? Both are the same, but the difference between both is what? People generally ask interest to the mature people. And hobby is like normal, informal. It is a kind of informal way to ask someone that what's your hobby or what's your interest. So what's your interest or what are your interests? We can ask to the person and the person will be replying according to his interest. That's what reading, swimming, gardening, computers, cooking, playing, etc. So we can say, I'm interested in business, I'm interested in teaching, I'm interested in traveling, I'm interested in swimming. One more thing, that if you want to extend the conversation, for example, you are asking there, what's your favorite sport? What's your interest? Means you can't sit there quiet, right? So at that time, you can extend the conversation by using your common sense and brain. For example, you can see there, there is a question, what's your favorite sport, right? Just remove this one word and put there any other word and the conversation will be getting extended. For example, what's your favorite color? Means I've just removed that word sport and I've just put there only one word. That's what's your favorite color? You can say there, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite place? Who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite actor? What's your ambition? Or who's your ideal person? Who is your best personality? What are your likes? Means there are several of the other questions you can ask to the person and the person would be answering you and the conversation will be getting extended. Means what? आपके सामने कोई बैठा है और आपको बहुत इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है बात करने के लिए. So at that time you can just extend the conversation, but just by the good questions. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite sport? What's your interest? What's your favorite place? What's your favorite movie? Who's your favorite actor? Who's your ideal person? What's your ambition? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? You can ask several of the other questions to extend the conversation. Formally, officially, we can part the person by saying just goodbye and good night. Goodbye and good night. And here the conversation will over. Is that clear? Hope you like the video and hope you like the conversation. Keep on following us. Thank you.